Bienvenidos a Friends at Home, un programa fresco, único e irreverente. Hoy contamos con la presencia de el organizador del Safari Rally WRC, piloto de rally keniano. Debutó en el Rally Safari en la categoría N4. Miembro de la FIA WRC Commission. PHINEAS Kimathi. Aquí en Rally Insight Plus Internacional.
Pues seguimos aquí en nuestra saga de entrevistas, amigos, que estamos aquí como un poco descuadraditos. Pero ya me estoy cuadrando otra vez porque ahora nos tocó hablar hasta África y no saben a quién tenemos. We have here the man of Safari Rally. He's PHINEAS, and PHINEAS is the chairman in Safari Rally.
Yes, true.
True and very hard work, actually, no?
Hard work, yes, you're right.
But you don't know that all the staff, all the crew from Safari Rally, when they come to the WRC Rally, wherever it comes in Mexico or in Spain, wherever, they come as a Hollywood stars with very nice cars from the embassy, you know, because they are so important people.
Yeah.
No, they are like a Hollywood star. So you are waiting for the red tag, you know? Oh my God, like in Oscars. Yes, and then PHINEAS come from the car. Yes. And he's really nice, but he's really, really nice. And my experience with him, my story is I was talking with a promoter, with Oliver Siusla, in the tables that in Salou Service Park, yes. They put, no?
Yes, Salou, yes.
And everybody come and everybody see, but the normal thing is that if you are talking with somebody, because the European people are like this, when you are talking with somebody and you say, okay, and you pass, and then you can say hello when you find the people alone. But somebody come, and it was PHINEAS. And then PHINEAS came and he said, hi, Oliver, hi. And then he turned to me and I stood up and then said, PHINEAS, how are you? And PHINEAS and I give us a hug. No? Hi, PHINEAS, it's very nice to meet you here in Spain, Mexico, Africa, and wherever, no? Yes. And Oliver was like this. Then, okay, something happened and then PHINEAS went out and Oliver, do you met him? Yes. Do you know who is he? Yes. No, Ili, I really want to know where did you meet him? Y yo, on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he can understand, never could understand why they give them a hug. So, why they were so happy to see here in Spain, no? And I said, yeah, that's because you are German. You're never going to understand us.
Yeah.
It was very nice being
we have big hearts.
Yeah, but that's actually it's our mood, right? Also, the African people is so warm, it's so Latin in this case because of the Mexicans. We are so close in cultures, actually, very different countries, but we so close in countries in culture, like the way that we dance, for example, no, our beliefs, the mood. We are always happy, no. So the African people and the Latin people in America, we are so close on that. So that's a very nice experience with a German.
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
PHINEAS, okay, tell us something about what's going on with Africa, with Safari Rally, because Safari Rally is a very special rally for many people around the world, even for me, for example. So with this problem around the world, we are changing our plans, but we are not going to be out because Safari has to be in the WRC, yes or yes?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me on the show, and I am delighted at least to see your face again after Spain.
Yeah, I'm very. And hug me, please, hug me.
It's always a pleasure. And in Kenya, we are getting ready for the safari, yes. I know there's a challenge, but it's being addressed everywhere in the world, and we hope that things will turn out okay for all of us, and we will actually see the safari back after many, many years. We are experiencing the same challenges with the pandemic, lockdown, and people working from home, and people not gathering, and people not arguing. And right now I can't argue because I need to have a mask.
Yes. Okay.
So we're hoping that things will get better, and we'll be back. I would have liked to come to Mexico like I'd promised, but with the travel restrictions, I was not able to do that. But we look forward for next year, because I'm sure things will be much better next year.
But you are so active, because the other day my producer Adolfo, that you already know him because he contacted you,
Yes.
he told me once, what is going to do Phineas, what's doing in all the rallies, because he's the man of the show, because he's always with people, showing them. We can see some pictures that you were showing, for example, the safety or the teams, talking with the team, something about the logistics. I don't know. You are so active. So your activity is really impressive, because you are so passionate and actually, actually very, very, very close to the people that it's going to be this year or the next year or whenever. But Africa is yes or yes, and you are actively showing them, giving them all the facilities, giving them information. What exactly are you doing there? Tell us to all the people, because I can understand it. Because I know, no? But the people has to understand, yes, because we saw Phineas everywhere, always working.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it's true that I was actually in Sweden during the Rally of Sweden, and I had a big press conference. Like 67 journalists were there, and we made presentations on how we're preparing to run the safari. Obviously, we can't run it the way we used to do it 18 years ago. Things have changed a lot. The format of WRC is different from what it used to be.
Yes, of course.
So there's a lot of work. Then I was able to meet the teams in Sweden as well, just to take them through what to expect when they come to Kenya and to Africa. And we had a very good discussion. Then back in Kenya, right now we are building the service park. As you very well know, in the olden days, cars used to be serviced alongside the roads, and it doesn't happen anymore. So we're working on a very modern facility at the floor of the Rift Valley. Very, very scenic place, beautiful, nice. And the wild animals will come around you, and you see zebras next to you.
A very safari experience.
Real safari experience.
Okay.
Giraffes. So it's really a good experience. Yeah.
Monkeys.
Elephants, monkeys, yes. Elephants are a bit dangerous, so we won't have them on the road.
Okay.
They're too huge, but they are in their natural habitat.
Yeah, and I have bad news for you, really bad news for you, because I don't know if you remember, but that's another story. When we were in Salou with a promoter, we have in our back the Ferrari land, this park, Ferrari Park land, no? Mm-hmm. And we have that mountain, no? With all people scream when the mountain come. Oh, no! Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then another time, behind the hogs and whatever, and another time we were talking, and you came with us, and the Ferrari mountain was behind you, and then some the people scream. And Oliver looked at this and he said, how can they do that, no? And I say, okay, Phineas, you know that the promoter has to take me there.
Yes.
And if don't, he has to invite me to Kenya.
Yeah.
So he has to be very brave to take me to the mountain, to the Ferrari mountain. or
Yeah.
or he's going to pay my travel to Kenya. No?
Yes.
And you were like this. You make like this. You turn to watch the mountain, the people screaming. Then you turn and watch Oliver. And then you turn to me and you say, "Welcome to Kenya." Assuming that he never is going to make the Ferrari mountain, no? So the bad news is that I'm going to be in the Kenya, in the safari rally, because I have to be there with or without Oliver, but it's a promise. So
I can tell you, it is not bad news, it's very good news. You know, in Nairobi, it's the only city in the world that has got a national park next to it, inside this.
Okay, inside of the city.
Yeah, there is a Nairobi National Park just next to the city.
Oh.
So you can wake up from your city hotel and drive for 15 minutes and see lions.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, I'm so excited to do that. I have to be in the safari experience. What was the moment that changed your life in the sporting world, that marked your story and said, this is an before and an after of this moment?
Well, do we start with the history of the safari or my history?
Whatever, in your history, in rallying, obviously.
The safari rally was first held in 1953 to commemorate the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II of England or United Kingdom.
Okay.
So since 1953, we have held the safari every year. And in 1979, the safari became part of the World Rally Championships. And in 2002, that's when we exited the WRC or the World Rally Championships. So we are back now after 18 years. Very, very exciting moments. And luckily, I have been given the responsibility by my country, by my government, by my president to make sure that the safari is a success. So that's what I do. And I think that's one of the biggest opportunities I've had to serve my country. Going back to personal level, I am a former rally driver. In 1999, I won Formula 2 in the Safari WRC, which means I have a small title in the history of World Rally Championships.
Wow!
And today I sit in the FIWRC Commission as a commissioner, representing Africa and the Middle East. So those are really great moments, serving my country and serving my continent.
You know what? I think that when the right person is in the right chair, the things are so easy, and you are the right person, I think.
I think so. I feel confident.
Yeah, because we saw everywhere. We saw you everywhere. We saw you so active. We saw you sympathetic. With all the people. Yes. All the people will love you. Even the Germans can understand it. But yeah, because you are that kind of correct person in the right chair. And what was the most funniest experience that you have, or do you remember in your rallying or your chairman or your whatever life? The most that moment that maybe in this moment was so hard, but now when you talk about it, you can laugh and laugh and laugh.
I have had very interesting moments because I was rallying for many years in this country. 1997, I was the Formula 2 national champion. So I have had really, really great experience. And one of the funniest was we had a rally at night at the Rift Valley, and we rode the car far away from the road into the valley, and we got out of the car, walked back. We called our service crew. Then that time there were no mobile phones, so we were just giving papers to cars that were behind. And our service crew came to rescue us, and they could not find us. They were just passing us by the road. They thought we were just villagers. That was a really funny moment. Yes.
What's the feeling of the most important man in the rally world in Africa, because that's not just in Africa, because rally safari is, I repeat to you, really important in the rally world, around the world, even for the rally fans, for organizers, for the FIA, for whatever. And now you are representing all your continent behind your shoulders.
You know, the easiest way to enjoy life is to enjoy it fully, not in bits and pieces. So every time you wake up, you need to enjoy everything that you're doing. And sometimes I keep saying, begin to enjoy from the shower. Sing for yourself and be happy.
Oh my God. You are so amazing, and yes, when I see you again, I'm going to hug you again. So no doubt about it.
Thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you.
If you were not Phineas, the chairman, the representative of Africa in the FIS Commission, if you were not that, who were you?
It's very interesting. I'll tell you something that you might not know. I am a trained hotelier, and I had the opportunity to get very good training from my country in a college that was sponsored by the Swiss government. And after that, I had an opportunity to study in the United Kingdom in hotel and catering management. Okay. And apparently, very recently, I just finished my master's degree in a university that is in your country, the Valley University, in Mexico City.
En la Universidad del Valle de México.
Yes.
This is the university?
Yes. We have a center in Nairobi that offers programs from that university. So I actually picked the one from Mexico.
Oh my God! Yay! So you speak Spanish?
No, not yet. I've been learning German, but Spanish.
they never understand us.
just to be able to communicate with my boss Oliver.
Yes. So you say hello, Shotzi.
But now you'll encourage me to learn Spanish.
Yes, of course. I want to be your teacher. It's my promise. Yes, of course. Yes. Your Spanish skills is going to grow up so far away.
Yes, yeah.
And so funny.
I love Barcelona.
Yes, of course. Phineas, thank you so much. When we stop this interview, everything in my mind makes sense. Everything. You are so great, and thank you so much, and continue doing, because once my son told me something very important, and he told me, Mom, continue doing whatever you are doing, because you are showing me how we can reach our goals, we can fight to reach our goals, and you are my best example of living. And now I'm going to repeat that words from my son for you, because you are going to, with your work, you are showing us every single day what exactly the things that we have to do to reach our goals. Thank you so much, Phineas.
Thank you so much.
Phineas in Spanish, quédate en casa.
Stay at home. In Kiswahili, kaa nyumbani.
And in Spanish, quédate en casa.
Quédate en casa.
Phineas.
All right.
Thank you so much. And all the people in Latin America and in Spanish world, he is Phineas. He is Phineas. And he is wonderful. Love you, Phineas. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. God bless.
En el siguiente episodio.
Hasta que no gané en España fue que di el otro brinco al Mundial de Rallys. Y bueno, pues todo el tiempo aprendiendo. Y bueno, pues ahora ya tenemos 9 títulos de la FIA.
No te lo pierdas. Friends at Home de Rally Insight Plus Internacional.